Let's go ahead and get started with class number 5. I'm picking up where we left off on class 4 with the hidden line technique exercise workbook. We're going to kind of use this one as a similar exercise, so we'll just do a file, save as, go to our projects directory, and we're going to call this one, I called mine project, but we'll call it assignment 3 DGN. You can put your initials there if you want. Hit save. It brings up the same drawing. What we'll do first is go to our raster manager and delete exercise 28. We can just hit our delete key, just take it out, and we'll clean up any of these lines off the screen. Now what we're going to do is go grab the other one, so I'll minimize, or just go to my desktop here in first class. We'll go to our section folder. I've uploaded exercise 29 on here, so I want you to right click, right mouse button, download. We're going to put this in my documents, CT120, CD120 CJ, and I'll just put it in the root directory here, so we'll just say save. Close out of first class, and we're going to go to our raster manager again now, and file, attach raster, file, attach raster. We're going to go look for our exercise 29. I didn't realize I'd created a raster file directory, so I'll keep them all together. There's exercise 29. Open. And attach. And I left the text on the bottom here, so if I zoom in on this, I can just use my 3-2 move tool and just move my name, the class, and the date. Now the date will change, so we can use our third tool in on our text toolbox is edit text. So I just click here, double click on the text, and we'll change it to say 914, and then just left click on the screen. So that's an easy way to adjust text that's already in place. So one of the things that we're seeing here is a little different. It's called point numbering from our orthographics, and I'm going to zoom in on one particular area here for this angle piece. You can see that we have a top view. This is our top view, a front view, or excuse me, a right side view, and we're missing the front view. So if we go to our construction lines and just take our tool, and I'll do this in red, line weight 1, so it's a little thicker. Just extend these lines over to the left. This line down. We got an edge here. We've got an edge here. We've got an edge here. And we've got an edge here. This particular one, there's really no reason to do the 45 to transfer any points down here, because I can pretty much see what I need right here. And what we're going to have is, we'll go to our primary line. I'm going to change this to blue, line weight 2, spacebar I to find the intersection here, I. We should be able to find that endpoint, but I'll say I anyway. Doesn't like me. And we're going to have a point from here to here. So if we turn off our construction lines now, this is what the front view would look like. Now what are these numbers? These numbers are kind of hard to explain unless I do a little sketch for us here. and that'll help you understand what we're looking for. So I'll pull this over to the right. I'm going to do a little isometric sketch right here. Doesn't have to be fancy. Let me see if we can go to Settings, Design File, Active Angle, Axis. I thought there was increment. Let's change this to 30 degrees. See if this does anything. So I'm just I'll draw this in red out here. Settings, AccuDraw, coordinates. There we go. I had to go back to Settings, Design File, Axis, and I locked the increment at 30 degrees with an axis lock, so it'll only draw in 30 degree increments. So we'll see if this works. So we'll just draw the back edge of this. Yeah, this will work. This only goes up to about here. Oops, it'll lock me in here. It's not going to be very. Something like that. And like that. So although not to scale, that gives you an idea what the shape looks like. Okay? So these numbers that we're looking at, we see we have a 6, 5, 4, 3, we have a 5, 4 here. So the back two corners, we have 5, 4, 6, 3, 5, 4, 6, 3. So 5 and 4 are here. Let's put some text on here. And I'm going to put this text on at point, see if I can fit 0.1 on here in red. So we have a number 5. We'll kind of scrunch this up a little bit so it gives us some room. So 5 is here. Right click, 4, 6, 3. Every corner has a number. Oops, I messed up here, didn't I? This actually has a little elevation on it. Okay, how can I fix that? Bear with me a second. You don't need to do this isometric. I'm doing it for your sake. And I think when you actually put this together, a little hand sketch on the drawing in your workbook would be very helpful. To just hand sketch this stuff out so that you can see. There, that looks better. Okay, now we got a 1. Go back to our text. We have a 1 right here. Oops. Make it so we can see the thing. There we go. I'll say 1. I'll put that right there. And 2. And we have a 9. Actually, let's go 13 is back here. You can see 13 is here. So 9 is up on the front. It's right there is 9. We have a 10 down on the bottom. You can see how it matches down here. 11. So you have to look at each view. And then back on this corner we have 7 on the top and 8 on the bottom. 7, 8. So to check it, we want to make sure we have all our numbers up to 13. It looks like I'm missing 12. Oh, back corner. So let's let me just, I'll do a funky line here in the back just so we can see that we're missing that one point right there. There. So now we'll go back to red, 0. The function here is going to be 12, and that goes right in this back corner here. So to make sure we have all the points, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we know we've got all of the points, and they all match here. The way we label these now is if it's the near point, it goes on the outside. If it's the far point, it goes on the inside. So you can see 5 and 6. 6 is on the outside, 5 is on the inside, because 6 is, when I'm looking at this view from the right side, 6 is near, 5 is far away. Okay? So let's come down and number this one the way it should be. We'll go back to our text file. So we know that 5 is near on this one, and 4, oops, I'm drawing in purple, not a good thing. Okay. And 4 is in the background. 5, 4. This one, and that's why it's easy to look at this now to figure this out. 6 and 3. So 6 is going to be on the outside. 3 is on the inside. We've got 7 and 8 here, so we can just type in 7. Now on the upper portion, we got 7 on the outside, or near, 13 behind it. Down below, we've got 8 outside or near, and that in that back corner would be 12. Front corner, we got 9 and 10. Or 9, there's nothing there, so we say 10 is on the near corner here, 11 is in the background, 1 is near, 2 is in the background, and I think that's it. So we can count them up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have them all. So every exercise on this is the same thing. We don't need to show the outline. We are going to print it out. So if I go to the next one over here, and some of these have different views missing on them, so we'll come over here and let's do the same thing. Let's create a little drawing of what we think this looks like. Now this one, we know from the front view, has this, and it's square across the front. Again, these aren't to scale or anything. Then we have this kind of angle line, goes like this. We have one that goes up to the top. I'm just eyeballing this, so that's the shape we're looking at. Now I know that because I had previously done this. So now let's draw out this side, color blue. Again, you can take your workbook and sketch this stuff out ahead of time. And so I'm gonna do our construction lines just to line things up a little bit better. I'll bring this over. Gives us a little starter line right here. And we can bring these over. Whoa, that's a nasty line. Kind of rushing through this, but we'll bring these over. Bring these edges over. put a, we'll say the width is this size, and we'll do our 45. And then we can bring these edges down. Actually, I'll go right to my primary now. We'll figure this one out. I'm just doing spacebar I, spacebar I, spacebar I, spacebar I. This is all going to make sense here in just a second. Okay, now let's turn off our construction lines again. So there's our front view, so actually our left side view. So we got top view, front view, left side view. So in other words, this comes up to a peak in the middle. Let's start numbering these. Peak here is 1 and 2. See how 1 and 2. So let's put our numbers in. Change it to color red. Already is. Okay. So let's number this. 1 is in the back. 2 is in the front. 4, 3. This front edge here is 5 and 6. 6 being near. So 6 is here. 5 is here. Bottom one is 10, 11. 11 being the outside one. And 10 being further away from these other shots. We got to put in our hidden lines here so we can add some more points. Add these in. Let me just trim these off so you can see it better. Okay, so now when we get down here, we got 7. Change it back to red, solid. 7 on the top. 8 on the back corner, right in there is 8. And then on the bottom we have 12. 9. It's right there. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's fill in our numbers here. We're going to put this one, the 2 is outside, the 1 is inside. So we're going to say 2 outside, 1 inside. Then we've got 3 on this side and 4 on this side. Remember, see 4 is on the near side here. Front edge, we've got 6 and 7, so we say 6 near, 7 far. Over here we've got 5 near and 8 far. Down the bottom we've got 10 near, see it's near, and 9 is far away. And over here we've got 11 is on the near point, 12 is on the far point. 11, 12. 11, 12. They're close here, but they flip around. So as we look at this isometric drawing, these last 2 exercises down here are your homework portion. I want you to extend the lines, figure it out. Same with this one. You're going to have, you have a front, actually I'll type in front here and here, top here and here, right here, and left here. And I'll even go as far as, well, let me draw the isometric that I know is in there. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the isometric for you as best I can. I know I've got this shape for the front edge, something like that, and it's going to be square across here. This actually goes diagonally. So I believe that is, this is your right side view looking in this direction. Your front view looks in this direction. Your top view would look like this. So I think when you extend these lines, you're going to see what it looks like. Let's look at this one. Now this one's missing a couple of hidden lines. I'll show you where they are. If you were to extend these up, you should be able to see a hidden line here and a hidden line here that actually makes multiple points down here. So you're going to have, so actually while I'm at it, I'll sketch in trim these off. There you go. So what we're missing is the front view on this one, top view on this one. If I were to sketch this one out, I'm going to start with this front view. So we're going to have something like this. And it's going to go up to a corner. Go up here just a little bit in this direction. There we go. This is actually our left side. So start on the bottom. This may run into the other one here, but go to the back corner. To the front. Comes across like this. And back. Actually, I think this line disappears. I think I may have drawn it backwards. That's probably the right side view, but it's just the opposite on the other side. Let me see if I can. This is our top view. This is that sloped side right here that we're seeing on this piece. I want it to be, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to redraw this one for us a little smaller so it makes more sense and lines up with this view. So top, let's just do a quick construction line here so we can get a front view. So I'm getting confused. And if I'm getting confused, I know you guys probably are too, so let's just run these construction lines out. I was trying to rush through it, not give you too much information, but hey, if the teacher can't figure it out, then we got issues. looks better. Sorry. Now let's try this again. Get rid of the rest of this piece. And actually, I did that in green because it kind of slopes back. So now let's try this isometric again, and I want to see if it makes sense. So we're going to have straight line. I'll draw this a little smaller this time, just like that. On the back side, it's going to go out and forward. I'm having a tough time here. There we go. Okay, now in these you're going to create your own numbering system. So what I would do is, once you get these isometrics drawn, so you can see this is what was confusing me, getting to this triangular shape, because this is all sloped on all three sides. So that's how we get to these corners. I think I have a fairly accurate, this would be on the face and then this slopes back. Same over here. So now we have, and let's put the hidden lines in here for you. And we'll finish this up, and I can turn you loose. This is all going to make sense here in just a minute. Except for this crooked part in the back. But so this one, how many points would we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 it looks like. Should be 17 points on here. So if you give each point a number here and then coincide it with the orthographic views, just like we did above, you're going to put your own numbering system on here. So I'm giving you the isometric shapes. You go ahead and fill out these other views, top, front. I'll let you figure this one out. Should be pretty easy. And then you're going to drop it in homework directory for homework 3. and I'll have the folders all set up on there. So give that a shot, and also I'm putting up a video for review of chapter 2 here in just a little bit. Okay? Good luck. Thanks. And we're going to print it out exactly the same way we did before. Let me just review the printing procedure, even though this one isn't done. You take your fence tool, 2-1, just put a fence around the portion of the sheet you want. You'll see this gray tone. Do a Control P, or just go to print. We're going to go to our already in our PDF printer, but you can go double check, grab your PDF, attach your pen table. See it turn black and white. Hit your print. You're going to save this into your My Documents CT120. Oops, mine's CT120. CJ Homework. I'll just grab that one. I can just rename it to Assignment 3 down here. Save me typing in the information. Hit save. Wait a few minutes. I'm gonna make that PDF file smaller that I have on the desktop, so it should be ready shortly. I'm waiting for it to say finished creating print down here at the bottom. Now it's finished. We'll minimize, go to Windows Explorer, pull up CT120 CJ Homework. There's my Assignment 3. We'll double click. Joey Brown, I don't know what your assignment's doing there, but if we happen to lose it, you'll know where it is. There we go. So there is the finished assignment with the pen tables attached. You don't need to show your construction lines. You can just show the finished drawings, label them top, front, right side, just like we did down here in the bottom. Put your name on it, make sure everything's in good shape, and you should be good to go. Thank you.